we are back in our Fairycore world, where we are finally going to be upgrading and expanding our storage into a separate building. This storage has been really nice having it in our starter base, but I am running out of storage. As you can see, our dirt chest is getting pretty full, and I had to put all of our grass in a separate little area. So we are going to be making a better storage to hopefully last us the whole rest of the series. So if you look down here in this area right here, I already went and chopped down all of the trees. That way we didn't have to worry about it. But this is the area that we are going to be building our storage building. I figured this spot would be the perfect spot for our storage building since it is right next to the starter base. So it'll be pretty easy to get items that we need, as well as it's kind of close to everything else. But of course, before we can build our building, we need to prepare the area. So we are going to start by clearing all of these flowers and the grass out to give us a clear spot to build. And then we are going to go and do some terraforming so we can flatten out the area and make it a good spot to build a building on. And now we have a nice flat area to build on. As you can see, I expanded this area out. That way we could build a nice building up here, and then I continued the hill down so it connects with all of the rest of the hill. Before we go and build the building and collect the materials, I want to come over to this area over here, past the flower forest area where we used to have our sheep and cow pens. As you can see from the leaves, there used to be trees over here, and I went and chopped all of the trees down because what I want to do is make a nice little area for us to farm trees in, because I use a lot of different types of wood in our builds. So I want to make an area that we can come over to and get the wood we need. That way we don't have to keep traveling super far away just to get some wood that we use in pretty much all of the builds. So there are 6 different types of trees that I want to put in a little area. Those being oak wood, cherry wood, crimson wood, spruce wood, pale oak wood, and mushroom stem. Now, we don't have any of the crimson blocks to grow it on yet, so whenever I go back to the nether, then we will have to grab some. But we're gonna get rid of this patch of grass right here. That way we can make a nice flat piece of land. And we'll get rid of these flowers and grass. And instead of just having an area that just has trees on it, I want to make own separate little areas for each tree. So we're gonna dig out this dirt and grass right here. Oh, there's a pillager. Hello! We're gonna figure out how many trees I want to have in this area. I'm thinking maybe we'll do 3 in between. Maybe we'll do 6 trees? Or no, we'll do 9 trees in each area. So we'll do it like this. I'm going to have it in the grass though, or in the ground, so it's not gonna be sticking up. So we'll have it like that, and then I have some polished tuff to make the area fancy. We're gonna need a lot of tuff, actually. And then we're gonna take diorite walls around and put cherry fences on top of the diorite walls. I've really been liking this pattern for walls and fences. So then we have something like this, and then we'll be able to grow trees on here, which I do want to test to make sure that this is gonna work. So we gotta go up and grab our saplings. Last episode I went and I got a donkey. I totally forgot about him and to show him off, but he has all of our saplings that we will need inside of his chest. So we are gonna take him with us. And this tree area will be perfect because we can just tie our animals to the fence. That way they don't escape or walk away from us. So it's definitely like a tight space, but I think it will definitely work for the oak saplings at least. Yeah, we might need to take the fencing out a little bit more. I think we'll stick with it for now. Then we'll try the cherry tree on this one. It's not a good sign. Oh, that is probably not gonna work. So these ones aren't going to grow. So we're probably gonna have to do more in between. This is basically what we're gonna do for the trees. So I'm going to finish the little areas and then I will show you guys what they look like. So here is our little tree farm area. We have our cherry trees in this first one. Over here is gonna be where we have our crimson trees. Then we have in the middle the pale oak trees and spruce trees since they require 2 blocks. Then we have our mushrooms and oak trees in the back. And then if I need any other trees, I can just break some trees and use the spots. But this is what we have for the tree farms. Now it looks way better than just having random trees in the middle of nowhere. So now that we have this area taken care of, we can finally go and collect materials for our storage building. So let's go ahead and start on the surface by collecting pale oak logs, spruce logs, mushroom stem, sand, pink, magenta, and purple wool. Now let's travel down into the mines to collect some amethyst, gravel, and bone blocks. And finally, we will go into the nether to collect some crimson logs and quartz. Now we can begin building. So we are first going to start out by adding stripped pale oak logs as supports. Then we will go in with mushroom stem and bone blocks for the walls. We will use a variety of crimson wood things for extra details and the outline of the roof. And for the rest of the roof, we are going to use magenta terracotta, purple concrete, and amethyst to top it off. And finally, we will add some different colored mushrooms so the roof isn't so plain. And now we have our storage building. So I went with the same type of design that we did for our starter base, just because since they are close together, I wanted them to kind of be similar. So we got the mushrooms on the top and the same type of roof. But I love how this building turned out. I also went and added cherry leaves and peonies around, just to add some extra decoration to it. So inside, this is what it looks like. We have 2 layers to it, but instead of just having the chests like this, like I normally do a storage, I wanted to kind of make it way fancier. So we are going to be adding stripped pale oak logs like this. And then we're going to put some here as well, because we are going to have our storage like this. And then it's going to be like this as well. And then we're going to continue this same type of design, just doing it like this. So we have chests here and then back to back as well. And then we can put the chests in like so. And then at the end of each of the areas, we're going to put some barrels for extra storage. And then we're gonna throw in some carpet just for some color in here and to make it look nice and fancy. So this is what the storage is gonna look like. And then I'm also going to put item frames on the outside of these chests. That way we can see what are in the chests, but we can just come in here and be like, huh, I need wood. Oh, there's wood in this chest right here, and then grab it. So we're gonna have this here on this side, and then on this wall, and then some over here as well. And it's done. We have a fully organized storage. It looks absolutely amazing. We've got everything nice and organized. So we have like our wood stuff here, then it goes into stone, then into dirt, the natural blocks, sand, glass, all of the blocks we will be needing. I didn't use all of the barrels at the end of each, but I'm sure at some point we will need the barrels for something. And then upstairs we have some more kind of miscellaneous things that we don't need all the time. That way we don't have to be running up and down the stairs constantly. And then all the way over here we have our ores. And then all of these are some extra space for if we ever need some more chests. And then over here we have a nice little workstation area with all of the different workbenches. But I am really happy with how the storage turned out, especially from doing something different from what I normally do for storage rooms. And so I'm really happy with how it is, and I'm definitely going to be using this type of storage more often because it looks so cool and satisfying seeing everything just laid out. And then I also connected the path to our house and started a path to go down there at some point. And that is basically the goal of today, taken care of. But this is not going to be the end of the episode yet, because I want to go and build one more thing for ourselves, because we have a horse here, and we have a donkey that I ended up putting on leads inside of the house, that way they can't wander off. And I want to finally go and give them a place to live. So we're gonna go and build a horse stable for them. I don't exactly know where I want to put it yet, but I know that I want to go and kind of put it in this general area. So let's go and clear all of these trees out. That way we can find the perfect place for our horse stable. I decided on this spot for the horse stable, and I went and terraformed the area, but I wanted somewhere that would be close to our home, not too far away. That way it would be convenient to get a horse, and we wouldn't really have to take extra steps just to get our horse or donkey. So I figured the spot down here would be perfect, and it's kind of the center of everything that we have. So if we ever need a horse to travel somewhere or get our donkey to give us extra storage, then we will be able to get it from anywhere. So now we can build the horse stable. So let's just go and quickly build something to put the horse and donkey in. And here's our beautiful Fairycore stable. So now we can go and grab our horse and our donkey and show them their new home. And our donkey and horse are in their new home. And we even have 2 more spots for other horses, donkeys, or even a mule maybe. And now that our storage room and horse stable is built, this is going to conclude this episode of Fairycore. I hope you guys did enjoy this episode with the 2 new buildings. I'm really happy that we finally got something to connect to our starter base. If you did enjoy and you are not subscribed yet, consider subscribing down below and joining us on our adventures, and comment below what else you want to see me build in the Fairycore aesthetic in our flower forest. But until then, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!